Ladies and gentlemen of Luka Nation, you're going to be hearing this on Sunday with just under 24 hours before a really, really exciting announcement's about to be made. And hopefully we dig into that today on today's episode. We have Rob go on. We had Rob back in January. And I'm curious, you bought the Mickey Mantle record-breaking deal, $5.2 million in January. 5 months has gone by, Rob. What's life like? What's life like, Rob?
I mean, since I bought the mantle, my life has just changed. I started getting everything.
That's it. It's a ticket. He just shows it. He walks to the club. That's it.
Hey, look, I got $30 million. Your life will change right away. Now, you get better looking, you get smarter, you get funnier. You kind of look like you become Cage. That's what happens.
Yes. That's it. All it costs is $5.2 million. It's about how much I played the plastic surgeon for this beautiful look here. $5.2 million. Let's go. No, listen, you were in the news like crazy. Obviously, you were all over the place, right? The people still trying to get a piece of you. People still want to talk to you. I mean, there's been other cards that have been selling. People are talking about other cards. You're still the guy who has that record card, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was an honor to talk to everybody I got to speak to, especially you guys. Loved it. I love the exposure for the hobby. It's been great, and I think it brought a lot of people back to their garages, back to their attics, back to their parents' house to dig through their cards and back into this thing that we love. So I think it was tremendous, and I was excited to get it then and excited to see what's happened to the hobby since.
So here's my question, and then I'll let Andrew kind of have at you with his Walter Cronkite style, right? So I'm going to go back to when this was purchased, earlier this year. And I would say that it was probably split down the middle, if I'm being nice, right? You probably know better because I'm sure you had more advisors, paid and not paid about whether or not you should buy this card because the comps on it just weren't there. The prior sale was years before it. And you paid what you paid for the card. And I think probably at the time there were some people who were like, I can't believe he's paying this. I will tell you, and then I want to hear from you, universally, the people we talk to about the card, and we're talking about like fractional share companies, we're talking about like, big players, anybody who was like, wow, I can't believe he's paying that, universally, they say now that dude got a bargain on that card. Have you seen that the winds change on that as well?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think if you're buying, a Luka for, around that same price, or a LeBron, when, I think my analytics were correct. That's why I pulled the trigger. But yeah, I think, I didn't really hear a lot of people say you're crazy during it. Maybe they were thinking it, but
we had some comments. People like, wow, this last one sold for like 2 and change. But people like that don't realize that was years before, and the entire market, the entire landscape changed.
Well, so. but they're not questioning why a Jordan rookie goes for 10 and then moves to 720 and then down to 500. I mean, that's still a massive increase. Or LeBron James for 1,000 to 40,000. I mean, that's a 40x. So
exactly.
I don't see how something's even more rare. I mean, it's a supply and demand situation. I think after people start collecting, they realize that pop report is the most important thing. And so I can't imagine how you would think that paying less than 2x for something after 2 years of the most iconic card in the hobby is crazy but then think that a LeBron James with Topps Chrome with a massive pop report is okay to 40x. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
So iconic is the word you used, right? And, I think that's perfect, right? Because that card, I don't know where it was when you bought it. I don't know if it was in a vault somewhere. I don't know where it is when, now that you have it, it's probably in a vault. Don't tell anybody because, please don't.
It's in a vault, yeah.
Yeah, but it was closed off to the world. And it almost, these art pieces, they almost have to be, right? But now in your hands, I think it's taken a leap into the future because why we have you here, I mean, we love talking to you, but you published something, you posted something on Instagram and on media channels, and this is the year of NFTs. I mean, people are doing them, but I love this particular one because, this is something that it's locked in a museum, it's locked in a vault. People don't get to share it. People don't get to share the mantle, the mint mantle, your mantle, right? And I believe you've come up with a way for people to get a piece of it, that people get a piece of you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your NFT and what you're putting out there, because it's coming out on Monday. It'll be the day after we release this episode. We want people to know about it, and I'm sure there's plenty of people listening who want to get involved in it, and you'll let them know how they can.
Yeah. So basically, I bought the card for 5.2 million, and what people don't realize is that's 1952. So that 5.2 52 kind of is pretty cool. So this will drop 5:20 p.m. on Monday Eastern, and it's so dope, to be honest. I tapped an incredible artist, a guy that I've known for a long time. He's worked with Beeple, who's broken all the records. He's worked with him for years. He does all the graphics for the Chainsmokers and Zed and all the biggest legends. And the guy is just incredible. So we've worked on it for months, and I have collected NFTs just like I've been collecting cards. And so it was a way to merge it while also hopefully bringing the public back to that Mona Lisa and back to the cards, and why that is so iconic. And cards are just a piece of art. Some people say, oh, it's not a piece of art or whatever, but I just think that thinking of it as art is important because it allows people to get their mind around how the prices can go so high and how they should be so high. I mean, why is a Warhol worth what it is, but not a American history like the card? But anyways, the card is incredible. The NFT is incredible. It's beautiful. I think it looks better than anything else. It's basically, if you look at it, the details are insane, and there's so many Easter eggs, which are big in NFT space. So each card has a different back, and the back has a different description about what's on the front. And it also has, some secret things you have to decode. Maybe it's numbers that equal something, or maybe it's like, for instance, so the 1 of 1 is signed by the godfather of Bitcoin, the founder of Bitcoin. And because the reason why that's the 1 of 1 is because it wouldn't be, crypto wouldn't be around without that guy. And on the back, it talks about him, and the numbers are all equal something. But if you look at the front, it's the mantle card, but it looks like you can see the paint has been stripped away from the card, and there's paint that is seeping through, and that is showing the mantle.
Was that Beeple? If it's Beeple on the other one, you could pick it up if you have to. That's fine. Okay.
No,
send them a link. Get them on.
but it's,
send them a link.
No, and it wasn't him, obviously, but and then it's Mona's face showing through. So Mantle's face has been replaced by Mona Lisa, and then the New York Yankee logo is replaced by the Bitcoin logo. The Yankee logo in the bottom is replaced by the Ethereum logo, and then each card is signed by somebody different. So the first one is signed by the founder of Bitcoin. The second one is the founder of Ethereum. The third one is myself, because it's in the glass case. And it's really not the PSA case. It's the glass case that when my mom sent me my cards and I found the replica card of the 52 mantle, it's the screw down case. It's kind of like the PSA, but combined with the glass case that I found that card in. So super cool. And then the last one is just a card of, but now it's signed by Mona Lisa, which is super dope. And then each one will have a smart contract, which gives you access. So
this is the key here, right? Because this is the talking point. We want to make sure everybody listens and hears this one, right? Because you could just throw a token out there. You could just throw a cage coin or whatever the heck you want to call it, right? But this, you're putting in utility, right? You're adding something to these. So tell everybody about the different levels and what they can expect if they jump into this.
It's super cool. So basically the first one, which is 1 of 152. So still super exclusive. If you looked at all the other, I'm not doing 10,000 or 4,000. So that's going to give you a discount on dope.com. Obviously, that's my company. CBD is the bomb. And then the 1 of 30, or then the next one is 1 of 52, which is the one that looks like it's in the glass case, like mine. That one gives you access to a national. I'm hoping that, I'm assuming people are going to go to national. I'm going to do a 2-hour cocktail hour, where, obviously I'll be there, I'll invite some dope friends. And then, we got to chop it up and hang and have drinks on me. And then the 1 of 30, if you buy the 1 of 30, you also get invited to the cocktail hour. So it's going to be, 82 people. And then the 1 of 30 will get invited to a private dinner. Also, around the national time frame. And then the one of one, in addition to just being a freaking boss and owning the one of one, it's crazy dope. But then we're going to meet up if they want in the next 60 days in Oregon, where I have the card, just because it kind of changed, a lot about me and my collection. And so we'll just go and hang out and see we'll see the card and have dinner in Oregon out, near the vault. So it's not only are they crazy, great, beautiful pieces, but it's about, I want to kind of meet people and share some time with them and everybody. There's a coupon for dope.com in each of the cards as well. And it'll progressively get more and more of a discount as each card goes.
Nice.
So, kind of a hybrid, but really, in addition to the smart contract, the art is insane. Like it is, and it's super limited supply, like I said, compared to everything else. So, I hope that people think of it as a collector's item, like a card or an NFT. And I hope that, the values rise like art and there's, a resale market, but who knows? The worst case, we get to hang out and I'll buy some drinks and I'll buy some dinner and it'll be great. And you get some discount.
And you get to pick Rob's brain. You're entrepreneur. How many businesses have you ran and started to this day?
A few.
30 minutes with you is so valuable.
I think I've had 5 exits now, which is, I think having a 1 exit is good in business, but I like to exit. So, yeah.
Well, exit. I've learned in my 20s and early 30s here is where you actually make the money.
Yeah. The exits you make the money for sure.
So here people are spending money on college, university, MBA programs. I always think, how valuable would it be, to meet with Jeff Bezos and see how he was building Amazon, right? So that's what I hear when I get 30 minutes, 60 minutes with Rob, who has 5 exits.
It's crazy because I get compared to Jeff Bezos on a daily basis. It's like
different lives. Okay, I'll let you go in a second, but I'm curious,
I like the
Rob
exit thing. Exit was the key. Ian's yelling exit is short for excited. Because that's from Megamind. So, I got to throw that in. But go ahead.
So Rob and I, we play in different circles. One day I hope to be in your circle, Jay Glazer, Von Miller, all these people that smart, talented people around you. Since you bought the mantle, if you really think about it, you bought the mantle early January. Since then, the talk of the town everywhere is NFTs. But I only get half the story, with the people I hang out with. What do people in your crew, in your circles, how do they view NFTs?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, to be honest, are confused. They don't know. They're trying to figure it out. They don't know. Tonight I'm having dinner with 3 incredible people, and they're billionaires and, super wealthy, super successful, obviously. And I'm sure it's going to come up in conversation. So I think people are trying to they understand that it's the future. They understand that maybe their traditional art is going to become obsolete. So they're trying to figure out how to stay ahead of the curve. And then trying to figure out also, is this just kind of a here today, gone tomorrow? So I think everybody's trying to figure that out. Me personally, I think I do think it's here to stay. I think it's going to, have ups and downs, just like the stock market, real estate, sports cards, and everything. But I think it's here to stay. I just think that, a flood in the market of anything is not good for prices. And when everybody sees money or blood in the water, they're going to, go towards it. I think, you got to put out quality. And that's what I try to do with this. The piece, I think, is actual art, and there's Easter eggs on the back end, and just kind of everything. It all goes with sports cards, with art, with crypto, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, the backs, like the history, because on the back, like everything tied together as one. I think it's changed the game as far as NFT goes. I haven't seen an NFT that has so much things together into one thing. And that's where if a collector can understand the importance of that and the excitement of that, I think they're going to be fine. it's, you got Mona Lisa, you've got the most iconic art, you've got the most iconic card, you've got you got the history in the back of different things with kind of hidden things, and you've got, it's an NFT. So then you've got the crypto with the Bitcoin logo, Ethereum logo, and then it's signed by those people. I mean, it's just kind of all kind of cohesive and it looks beautiful.
Well, what I like is the scarcity of it, right? Because I mean, here's the deal, right? I don't know. There's probably a bunch of other Mantle NFTs that have been made. I don't think Topps has made one licensed, but you're making one of your card. Like any artist, any company can go out there and say, "Oh, I'm going to use the Mantle, get the licensing, the whole 9 yards, and make an NFT about it." This is yours. This is your card mixed with art, which is basically the genesis. I think the people who have first taken the most advantage of the NFT space, the artists like people, you're layering in, basically, meaning to it, right? Like if you were to look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and say, all right, that was the year of the start of NFTs. What is everybody talking about? They're talking about how they're used for sports cards, how they're used interchanging with sports cards, how they're used for art. So you have the piece of art mixed with the sports card, right? And you're limiting it. You're doing it only on Mantle. You're not throwing in Willie Mays. You're not throwing in, recent guys, current guys. It's just the Mantle. It celebrates that card, your purchase of that card. And, you're keeping it scarce, right? You're not making thousands of these things. That's what has made. Go ahead.
It's not about making money for me. I mean, that's, if it was, I would go, let's just do an open edition and just sell as many as we can and pump it and nobody knows. For me, it was about that, keeping it limited. And also, it's called the Vintage Savior. It's about bringing up the vintage, and edition. This is the first edition. So other editions will be other vintage things that I love and have in my collection. I think are incredible, and the scarcity is very important to me. If it wasn't, I would do thousands and thousands. And so this is about putting out an incredible product that people will enjoy, and hopefully over time, like art, this thing goes up. I'm not the guy that's going to tell you, oh my God, it's gonna. I mean, I hope, because.
But it is. There's a little interesting fact that you threw in there, right? So what, besides scarcity on things on secondary market, besides, keeping things scarce and rare and creating that scarcity to provide value down the road, well, people also like the first. People also like the first when there's series, when there's multiple. So this isn't a fly-by-night cash grab for you. This is something that you're building based on vintage, based on your collection. You intend to have, well, we're not going to announce which one it is yet, but you intend to have another round of these, not about the Mantle, but about something else, some other vintage. So as this stuff gains traction, the one that people are going to want, right, is the first, right? So that's going to have a premium, I think.
Yeah. So this is edition 1. So in addition, we added to, different pieces of it. So this is a, hologram, or, we added different pieces. So it's bringing in the collecting of sports cards into the NFT side. So you'll see there's different pieces that, in the future, maybe we want to collect this versus this. And so this is edition 1, which, it's like the rookie card for me. I think this in the future will be the most iconic piece. That's where, plus it's the most iconic card, but as it goes forward, this one will be the set to have.
So, Rob, what I want to hear from you is that you're not going away, right? Because when I think of NFTs and people buying NFTs, people investing in them, right? It's that, you're investing in the person. You're investing in the person behind this, right? And it's not just you here. You got the godfather of Bitcoin, the founder of Ethereum signing these things. You've got, Mona Lisa and Mickey Mantle. You don't get much bigger names than those. You got Ethereum and Bitcoin and all these things layered into this, right? But you also have it's yours. This is Rob G's NFT, right? You're a young guy, you're younger than me, and you're doing deals left and right. You're gonna stay in the news. You're gonna stay in the hobby. Stay in collecting. People want to hear that, and because when you buy an NFT, you're investing in you, right? So yeah. I think you're a pretty safe investment.
Thank you. Listen, I'm blessed to be in it and to learn of what I've learned. And, I'm trying to do my part. I'm trying to bring in, get other friends of mine and some celebrity friends and some wealthy investors into both hobbies, because I think they're both incredible, and I do think they're a new asset class that people should put some money into and be diversified. So yeah, I'll be around here for a long time. I got the bug.
What does it mean an NFT is signed?
Well, it's just, just like, so basically, just if you look at the original 52 Mantle, Mantle's signature is on the front. It's not his real signature, but it's, it's signed.
The facsimile.
So to keep it inspired by that card, you'll have Satoshi on the front, you'll have Metallic on the front, his signature, you'll have myself, and then you'll have Mona. You'll have just, it's just like to kind of be inspired by the card, but instead of Mickey's signature, it's been replaced.
So, let's say I want to buy a card. I go to eBay, I click buy it now. My PayPal balance is now in the 8-9 figures, so I just don't care. So I just buy it. Boom, it goes to my vault in PWCC. They take care of everything. But now with an NFT, I don't know the tech. So let's talk a little bit of the technology of how do I actually go ahead and buy this. So our Luka Nation community, it's growing. We've got a ton of support. So I know that they're going to support this project. They're listening to this episode. Where do they go?
Well, for the normal person, for you would just have all your assistants.
No, I'm no longer normal. I've worked really hard to never be normal again. I'm talking about our Luka Nation community.
Right. Andrew, just one of my admins will purchase one of these for me. Jeeves, take some Ethereum.
So, you have to have a Rarible account, and it seems to be pretty simple. Unfortunately, I don't own the business, but you just have to have a Rarible account, and then it launches Monday. I'm just, you gotta have some Ethereum in there. I think you should probably budget, 500 Ethereum for this. I'm just joking. Well, hopefully.
Andrew's like, is that all? That's a bargain.
But and then you just buy it. And you just buy it through the Rarible app or the Rarible website. So it should be pretty easy to do on Rarible. And if you have questions, you just kind of maybe Google it and see how to do that. But
so guys, real quick, because I played around with this and I asked the question for a reason. Because technology, how technology scares people, especially people in their 35, 40 years old. So Rarible is a marketplace for NFTs, and it allows you to connect a wallet. Think of a digital wallet no different than your wallet, in your pocket. You have different credit cards in it and different ways to pay. So you could connect your wallet, and you could connect your MetaMask wallet. You could connect your Coinbase wallet. You could connect the Taurus, a variety of different wallets, different ways to pay. And that sits on top of the marketplace sits on top of the wallet. And when you transact on an NFT, it takes the Ethereum out of your wallet and makes the transaction. Just so people know, want to be a little specific there.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, exactly. And then your wallet's where you buy your crypto that you want to buy.
Yep. So let's talk now, and maybe we covered this, but catch me up. Is it auction? Is it buy it now? Is it Dutch auction? I know there's a lot of different ways to kind of IPO these.
Great question. So the one of one is an auction. Highest bidder wins. It'll end on Saturday at 5:20 p.m. Eastern.
5-day auction.
Yeah. Cool. The other ones are the card is a one of 152. It's a purchase. The one of 52, again, kind of staying with the 52 model here. The one of 52 is a buy it now. There's only 52. And sold out is sold out. And the one of 30, again, buy it now, only 30. So as soon as those are sold out, that's it. But it'll be buy it now. Now, the price I'm trying to kind of keep within that something to do with 52. It's just, and I want to keep some, low to make sure everybody has an opportunity. But I also want to make them not, like, you're not buying the cheapest pack at the store when you're buying cards. So I also want to make sure that we instill value in each of these. So it's kind of an interesting dilemma. Every day I kind of depend. And so it'll be a last moment decision, what these prices will be. But, I want to make it inexpensive and affordable, at least the one of 152, so people can get in and kind of learn about collecting this and get in. But again, I don't want this to be your, Panini Prism base. I want to make sure that this is national treasure.
We're looking for that sweet spot. And with anything new, I mean, there's the level of price discovery. As what we see with Dogecoin. Dogecoin is down 30% one day. Now it's back up 30%. Real quick, I know you guys are going to hate me. What do people in your circle say about this dog meme?
Mine, you don't really chase penny stocks. It's more, I don't know if I'm supposed to say, not financial advice. But we buy, I'm deep in like Chainlink, which is another, it's more of like a stable Chainlink, Ethereum, those kind of things. I think that the penny stock coin flip, everybody's a crypto expert now, but no one's, it's good luck. You're up a bunch, you're down. I stick to the mantle purchases. I don't buy the guy hoping that he has a good game and doesn't get hurt. So, that's so yeah, I don't really know anybody that's into the Doge besides Elon.
Are you still in Doge, Andrew?
I don't invest anymore. I don't invest currently. Because right now I'm building the Luka Nation network. So that's my investment.
You're investing in yourself. It's the best investment of all.
Yeah.
I am. And yourself. And we have an amazing team behind us. We've been really, really, really fortunate to get to where we are. I'm curious, Rob, if we could put your businessman hat on. And Cage, we could come back to NFT anytime.
Wait, I famously... That's not his businessman hat that he's wearing right now?
It's a sick hat. I'm not going to lie.
This keeps me going well in business.
Have you ever wanted to create a hat business? Like, that's not yours, right? That's not a Rob Go. It is?
No, it's not. No,
but he should. You should have a hat business.
Well, when I bought Dope, it was essentially a hat business. I mean, we sold a tremendous amount through lids and other venues, but it wasn't a fedora hat. I was gonna make the fedoras that I wear, but then I didn't want a bunch of people looking like me, so I.
By the way, an aside before he gets into the hat business, I had a total idiot dad move. It was actually not yesterday, the day before. It was Wednesday. I'm in 7-Eleven. It's like 8:00 at night. I'm buying soda, I'm buying some ice cream, whatever. And a guy walks in and he's wearing a Dope hat, right? Like a Dope, baseball hat, right?
Nice.
Dude is tatted up. There's less skin than tat. The entire body looks like Maui, right? From the Moana movie, right? He's fully tatted up. And here I am. I got a sleeve of cookie dough, a couple bottles of diet soda, and I woke up. I'm like, I know the guy who made that hat.
Love it.
He just looks at me like,
style.
Good for you. And just he's walking the total. I was like, what were you thinking?
That's amazing. Well, those things are going to be rare now. So, that's good. That guy's going to not making any more of them.
There you go. That's it. It's all about the scarcity. We bring it all together like a sign.
It's only Dope CBD after June, so no more clothing.
That's it. Go ahead, Andrew.
You're someone that spots deals. You understand businesses really well. You understand market dynamics, supply, demand. And, last year, I'm sure you saw this, sports card prices kind of went parabolic. But I think this year is more of the year of sports card kind of infrastructure. The businesses, you're going to see a lot of businesses starting up around sports cards, NFTs, things like that, collectibles.
Yeah.
Is there any business that you're keeping an eye on that excites you, that you really like what they're doing right now?
I'm watching a lot. I think a few had an opportunity to really take over market share and do well and gain some new users. And I think they kind of failed. But, some have done well. I think we should do that a different, whole nother show. I'd love to come back and we can, before I start burning bridges and,
he still needs
we'll burn bridges on a later show, but that's a great point. Cause I don't know if you know Cage, Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. I'm a big fan of his, and he always talks about, and Rob just said it, it's when a new industry starts up, the one thing that you go after is market share, acquire market share, go after that market share. Even if it is, you're building out your product, you're improving it, because it's hard to start out, you work on your product or do you acquire market share? So absolutely, we could talk about that. Cage, do you have any questions about the NFT, the sale, any final remarks before we let our good friend Rob go?
No, I just want to, look at you. Look what you did there. Look at you. No, so
I'm growing up in front of your guys' eyes.
It's amazing. So it's Monday, 5/17. That's
No,
the date at 520.
Oh, 517. Yes,
Right,
sir.
so the date is 517. It's at 520. Price to be determined. You'll probably listen to this on Sunday, guys. So you got 24 hours to prep.
You know what? Maybe we can see kind of how Luka Nation is. Maybe you guys can comment below and tell me what prices you think each one should be.
There we go. We can put it out there, 100%. We put a little post out there. We'll clip this and we'll see.
I want this to be about the people. You know, I mean, I think that's what this is. You know, in addition to combining Mona and Mickey and all these different things, I also want it to be about everybody else. That's why I incorporated. I want to meet them. You know, I want to meet everybody and kind of, you know, shop it up and hang out. So yeah, let me know what prices you guys think. Kind of go with the 5.2, you know, I kind of want everything to kind of be combined together. But anyways, if you look at the details of it when it comes out, you'll see the quality is insane. I mean, the attention to detail, if anybody knew how much time and effort this thing took, you know, it's not just some jabroni making an NFT. I mean, this is like the real deal. Like if you're going to get an NFT, I think this is
the one. All right.
I mean,
it makes sense.
It's insane. It's on another level as what we've been looking at out there. And it's beautiful.
Well, you
the
posted
crazy.
You posted a picture of, you posted a little, you know, on your page, right?
Little
So it's like
teaser.
a little sneak preview. So if you guys want a little sneak preview, check out Rob's page. It's up there.
But it's intentional to where you don't really get you know, you'll be able to spin it around, you know, later, but it's intentional that it just kind of teases it without giving away what it's going to really look like.
One final question.
Yeah.
So this hobby is new. It's brand new. You know, some people, you know, last year they started their pages with 500 to 1,000 followers. Maybe now they're 10,000, 20,000.
If you ask him what inning this is, I'm going to punch you through this thing. Don't ask him what inning it is.
And if you were to give advice to some of these content creators, shows, businesses that have started out who want to launch their own NFT, you've just gone through the process. What advice would you have? What feedback? What direction could you give them?
Well, I think it's like with any business, you know, I think you have to put out incredible quality. And, you know, it can't just be about making money. You have to do something that there's a reason behind it. And I think that if you do that, you'll be better off than anybody else. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of celebrities or people that have a following or whatever, they just put out something to make quick, you know, make money. Just because, hey, there's money in this, let's do it. And that's where I think you have to figure out, you know, with anything, if you make a shirt, a good quality shirt is the most important. A premium product, a great product for a great price, where people are gonna, you know, feel like they got something for it. And I think that's the most important. So if you're gonna do it, I think do it, of course. But make sure that it's good, it's a good thing. That's my advice. Make sure that you're providing something of quality for somebody, you know.
It's a great place to wrap. Rob, I appreciate your time.
Dude, thank you guys so much. And by the way, congrats to you both and to your Luka Nation. You guys have been growing and staying so strong. And, you know, I saw on Instagram channel or Card Porn the other day, and they're like, oh, we're not owned by K. I just love that, you know, you're included in this. And I love you guys, and I love listening. And boy, your community are incredible people. And I just, I love watching it grow.
Thanks, man. Me think they doth protest too much, though. You know, I mean, they could say they're not me, but Card Porn, I don't know, guys. I keep denying that a little.
Two things you love.
That's it. Yeah, it's like the only two, Rob. You know, it's like the only two. It's like the only. See, that's it. He knows. Rob knows. Nah, Rob, seriously, we love having you on. We'll definitely, you know, source this out to Luka Nation. We'll see what they think about pricing. But I mean, I got in my brain, you know, what it's going to look like at the National. Only a couple people are going to get to, you know, party down, have a little happy hour with the guy who has the most expensive card there. You know,
well,
chop it up with you.
Stack it with some good friends too, and honestly, the goal I would love for this one to go to beat the card. I mean, how cool would that be if it like, you know, that would be really great. So if any whales out there, you know, hit me up. Let's get it. Love to have dinner with you in Oregon and.
You definitely have a shot at that because the way Ethereum has gone up in the last year, you might get somebody who only bought like $100 worth of Ethereum and can drop $6 million on this now. I mean, Ethereum's kind of gone a little crazy, so let's
It sure
go.
has. Yep, I agree.
So, Rob, when I was just starting into like this business world, I always thought it's really hard to find money, right? But I've learned that there's more money chasing deals than deals chasing money. In a lot of ways, aren't these NFTs access where you get a chance to meet some really successful people, pick their brains, and maybe you get into a business deal with them in 5, 10, 15 years down the road too?
Yeah, and 100%. And I'm looking for businesses to acquire or businesses to help. So, from a networking standpoint, and also you have to think about it. You're also going to be around a group of individuals that are also like-minded. They probably collect sports cards. They probably collect NFTs. They're probably hustling to try to get to the next level. So it's about putting together like-minded people in the same room and seeing what kind of magic can happen from that. So, and me buying the drinks. Let's go.
Yeah, something tells me it's not like bottom shelf stuff. I love it.
Unless you want bottom shelf, then you can have whatever you want. I mean, listen, I grew up with bottom shelf. I'm down for that. Whatever you guys want.
That's it. I can see. That's it. We're buying one now so that we can have a PBR with Rob at the National. That's it.
I'd be honored to have a PBR with anybody there. That's
beautiful. Thanks,
Appreciate you, Rob.
Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate you.